This is an iPhone 8 Plus, and I find it actually a little too big. But
I've heard that before too.
I don't think Kristen's talking about
Story of my life.
Primarily critical.
hello, everyone, and welcome to Primarily Critical of Movies and an After Party. This will be it.
If you have not seen this film, we suggest that you do so before listening any further.
We got spoilers, trivia, and opinions like crazy. We can't wait to share them.
Good, bad, new, old, weird, or gross.
We pass judgment on them all.
Today, wolves versus bats. There was no bats, though. I feel like that was a missed opportunity. We're talking about Underworld. My name is Steve. I'm here with
Christian.
And
Greg.
I got a little ahead of myself there. Underworld, yes. I picked it because it was at the time it came out, 2003. I recently out of high school-ish, and it just scratched an itch I needed. I needed werewolves and vampires in the same movie in a significant way, and it just like it really delivered, you know.
I was expecting a word, Kate Beckinsale, or Beckinsale, the name. But
Well, yeah, she's a very
no?
she's a very attractive woman.
Vampire.
Yeah, vampire. Yes. They had a creative choice, Christian. They made the werewolves hairless. How did that make you feel?
This was like this was a high school drama with science fiction or fantasy characters in it.
Oh yeah,
That's what it made me feel
high
like.
school drama.
Yeah.
Still a better love story than Twilight?
Yeah.
No? Yeah.
Yeah. Nobody was glowing. That's for sure. No twinkling.
No twinkling.
Not at all.
There's a scene in the movie where Kate Beckinsale, she plays Celine. She shoots her way through the floor of an apartment complex. And she didn't run out of bullets.
Yeah.
And she had handguns, automatic handguns, to her credit. But
she shot through 5-gallon pails worth of bullets, but she never reloaded once.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the Mythbusters covered it, and that's up to this point. The most I had known about Underworld is that the Mythbusters covered that shooting through the floor myth.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it scratched that itch of, action. But yeah, you're right. There are definitely a lot of, it's supernatural, right? Like, who's to say this or that,
Well, they seemed to, yes, they had the supernatural, yes, they had the magic, the immortals, but they really tried hard to nail down the science. They had like UV bullets. True. And silver nitrate bullets, and these people were relying heavily on modern technology, and I felt like if they're gonna do that, Greg, they need to count the bullets.
I had a point. He Lucian, and I forget who that is, stabs Craven A in the knee.
Yes,
but he has the UV bullets. Why didn't he
Yes.
just shoot him with the UV bullet?
I don't remember him having the gun on him. Lucian is the leader of the werewolves.
Plot armor.
Yeah.
Lucian is the leader of the werewolves. Craven is the vampire who's made a deal with him.
Right.
Now Lucian has this really cool forearm sword that he uses on occasion, and he stabs Craven through the leg, and it's a kind of an awesome moment. Yeah, I didn't know that he had the gun on him.
I thought he did.
Oh.
I noted it down, so it pissed me off.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, but Craven shot Lucian, right? That's why he was on the ground and had to use the knife. Because that was the betrayal.
Yeah, but they all went in there loaded for bear, right?
Yeah, yes. Knowing full well that it was gonna,
turn into a gunfight.
Yeah, Mexican standoff, or whatever.
I feel you, brother.
Celine pissed me off the other thing? She wanted to read The Secret Book. She just smashes the case open. Right? Like, they're going to notice, right?
Yeah.
She lives for forever. She never heard of lockpicks or
Not everyone has time.
Yeah, not everyone with infinite time has time.
Yeah.
She's a tool, and she's far more similar to a hammer.
Yeah.
She's a hammer in a toolbox.
Yeah, she's everything. When the only tool you have is a hammer, everything looks like a nail.
Speaking of stabbing and shooting, and your point you made, a lot of these werewolves had specialized guns and they had specialized bullets, and they were awesome. But they still chose to drop their guns, rip off their clothes, and turn into monsters that were bigger targets. I don't know how I mean, well, I wanted to see that. I wanted to see the monsters. Yeah.
But did they cover that? Like, did they rip off that because, like, in werewolf form, maybe they were more powerful, could heal, but if they got shot in human form, would they heal? I don't know.
Yeah, they brushed off a couple as like, it's in his bloodstream. He's too harmed to regenerate. Like they had hints of things that they were
like, you're talking. It was all sciencey and the next step, and I like that part because it's like you think, oh, vampires or whatever, but you always think if they're going to be like medieval time vampires because it's always about the the turning into a bat and then sucking the blood, the blah, 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 you know? But they took it up a notch and they're like, well, no, we've got all this time. Why wouldn't we invent tech that would help us out?
Well, they invented artificial blood.
Yeah, So
that was a nice touch. Yeah. They didn't actually need to suck blood anymore.
No, we own the patent on this artificial blood. We sell it to the mortals.
But they have this facade, this bordello facade at the beginning of their mansion, right, where they keep that coven has their leadership. They get into a little bit of the hierarchy. Like there's supposed to be these two great covens on the planet. Mm-hmm. There's supposed to be 3 ancient vampires that rotate and lead everybody.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And there's Amelia is the current vampire in charge, and Marcus is supposed to take over for her when she's done, and then Lucien is the third one, and they switch every 100 years. That's my impression.
Not Lucien. Lucien's the werewolf.
Oh, sorry, Victor.
Yeah.
Yeah, Victor, Marcus, and Amelia are the.
Wasn't the Amelia the one from like the European?
She was the one that was killed on the train.
Yeah, she was the one who was visiting to have their Congress.
Spoiler.
Yeah. She was supposed to go in stasis. Marcus is supposed to come out.
Okay.
Yeah. Which I think somebody cared deeply about this movie. Mm-hmm. I'm not entirely sure it came off that way.
Did this start as like a comic book series or something?
I don't think so.
No?
I think this was actually Len Wiseman's baby. I think he kind of started it. And
yeah, there's a lot of lore, and he tried to stick it on the screen, but only in little bits and pieces.
And that's always the problem when you have, like, you've got X amount of time, and you want to develop this, that, and the other thing. You got to pick and choose, right? So I guess that's why you kind of have little bits of holes and such within it. But by the same token, you sort of see it, so it seems incomplete. I mean, saving time by not showing her reload, that means that you can talk a little more lore, right?
I don't know. Matrix did it. Matrix did the reloading.
Yeah, but
if Matrix
Cobra
didn't.
Cobra with Stallone, I don't know if you ever saw that one. That guy was packing all kinds of guns. He reloaded once in the whole movie. So, at the end of the day, I guess you're just like, well, he's obviously reloading when we're looking at the other bad guy or something like that. Yeah, duh.
Yeah.
We'll just assume it takes off.
I want to see the inside of her coat racked with bullets. Racked with the magazines.
Oh, you're just like, she's Angelina Jolie doing the...
Well, if they showed that, then it'd be like, oh, okay.
And you show it once and then you
could also put the longer magazine on the pistol. I mean, she only had the little...
True.
The palm-sized magazine.
You're like, look at that, now I've got 45 bullets.
Yeah.
And I could shoot through that floor.
Yeah. Generally speaking, and totally up to your own interpretation, gentlemen, vampirism, good or bad? Lycanthropy, good or bad?
Well, lycanthropy, you don't live longer, right? Vampire, you're immortal unless you get that or whatever. But you have to trade off, like, you don't get to go out during the
Daylight
day.
and
Yeah. At one point, I'd be like, but I never did go out during the day. But, you know, so
maybe you're all good. How would we know?
yeah. Yeah.
Kristen?
But,
I don't know. These vampires with machine pistols, vampires and werewolves with machine pistols were surprisingly stupid.
I prefer to be a vampire because they seemed rich.
Yeah.
So rich, immortal, much
And
better
they-
than
and very pretty.
living in a
Yeah, and then
instead of living in a sewer.
The werewolves are all underground and
Yeah,
hiding and
hiding.
apparently. Yeah.
Wet dog. Yeah.
Yeah,
no.
it smells like wet dog and everybody pees on everything.
I would jump onto that wagon with you gentlemen. On board with the vampires, down with the werewolves. But in this movie, the vampires are kind of bad. And the Lycans are good. I mean, it starts the other way around, and then we learn that the leader of the werewolves is actually a victim, and Victor is actually an asshole. So, I mean, you know, it's a tale as old as time. Tale as old as time.
Vampires and Lycans?
No, like
Your boss is an asshole?
your
or?
boss is an asshole, and you decide the guy's your boss is trying to get you to kill the dude, and he's actually a good guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who was the werepire or vamp wolf? What was his name? Was that Michael?
That's Michael.
Okay.
Yes.
I was calling him Nickelback.
Yeah, I can see yeah. Yeah. Look at this photograph.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was an interesting dude.
But the whole time he was being led around by everybody until right at the end when he was finally like, oh yeah, I'm the shit, right?
I'm
Not once did she answer any single question
Yeah.
from him or anyone else.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everyone seems to be infatuated with Celine. Craven is infatuated with Celine. Victor thinks of her as a daughter. Michael and them like they have a mouth moment. I don't know. Is that believable?
Who died and made her queen? Who died and made her queen?
Yeah,
Well, but it just works out, right? Because
I guess.
well, no, but Lucian and Victor both see her as the daughter. Victor's a daughter, right?
Oh yeah.
Because the spoiler is that Lucian was married to Victor's daughter. That's why
Yes.
Victor killed her. And then Michael, he doesn't know what's going on, and she found him, so he's maybe got the Stockholm syndrome or something. You know, like he's going around with her, like trying to figure out what's going on. She doesn't tell him anything.
Yeah.
And then was it Craven? He's the guy that tells that orchestrates the whole double cross, and he sees her as the two of them get married and they rule together. Because she's the top of the military wing, right? Or
Yes.
She's the head of that.
Yeah,
Vampire
she's like
army
some
side,
kind of
yeah.
second or third in command of Victor's coven,
Yeah.
or whatever you want to call it. Man,
And we've already established the vampire's hot, so maybe that's the other
vampires.
reason.
Yeah, that could be the other reason. That could be the other reason. Should we get into the trivia? It might spark more conversation.
Sure.
All right. Days before its U.S. opening, the president of Screen Gems greenlit not only a sequel to the movie Underworld, but also a prequel after seeing the number of tickets sold in Canada alone. See, Canada is obviously
The weather vane for all movies.
for the world. Yay, Canucks!
Yeah.
Who's gonna got the next one? It's a long one.
I'll read it.
All right.
Not only in this movie did Kate Beckinsale meet her future husband, director Len Wiseman, but at the time she was in a long-term relationship with actor Michael Sheen, who played Lucien. Michael and Kate share a daughter together who appears in the film during a flashback of when Celine was younger. Michael and Len have since become very close friends and have collaborated with each other on Underworld Rise of the Lycans, Michael and Kate still remain very close and are raising their daughter equally. Kate has stated that Michael is her best friend and they still remain very close.
Well, I think that answers your previous question about why everyone wants Celine.
Well, she's an attractive woman.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that what I'm talking about in the context of the movie. When couples can remain amicable even though things are going to shit, it's nice to see. It's nice to see. Nice to read about. Way to go, Kate. Way to go, Mike. And
we just watched Good Omens, and Michael Sheen was the angel.
oh yes,
Yeah, totally different character, and that's you throw different hair on the guy and
really
unrecognizable to me.
completely unrecognizable. Good God!
There he is.
Oh yeah.
Wow!
That's true, and that's recent.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow! Mind blown. Mind blown. You want to? You got the next one?
I got the next one. Okay, at around 37 minutes, the attack dogs outside of the vampire mansion were actually very docile and playful canines, which were the only dogs available at the time. For the scene where they chase Scott Speedman, director Les Wiseman had to film short clips of the dog running away and later putting the sound of vicious barking. If you look closely, though, you can see their tails happily wagging back and forth. I just thought that they were excited to maybe catch something.
Yeah.
You know, like...
Probably never
like,
get fed.
Yeah,
Why
baby,
would
I got
vampires
this.
think-
Yeah, why would vampires feed them?
Vampires don't need to eat. Why would they think other things need to eat?
Yeah.
They'd be like, "Have you fed the dogs in the past 100 years?"
Aren't they food?
Yeah.
No,
Past 100 years, Jeebus.
as a director on an action movie, wouldn't you want very docile and playful canines?
Well,
Maybe not docile, but playful, definitely, because you don't want the actors to actually get bit.
that we talked about that in Conan. The dogs actually were trying to kill Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Wow.
God,
Yikes.
oh yeah.
He was not acting. He was not. It was method. He was really fearing for his life.
all the facial expressions, are definite.
Yeah.
Good God. The last bit of trivia we have is Celine, the heroine's name is the moon of Greek mythology. Isn't that nice? That would be appropriate because she's a vampire and she only lives by the moon.
Better than fun.
True story. True story. Let's see. But was Bats? Do you feel like Bats was a missed opportunity?
Yeah.
They didn't go into that at
The
all.
vampires never changed into anything.
No.
No.
Not missed.
Didn't Victor change into something? Maybe not.
Maybe not. I don't
remember.
No.
I don't think so. I saw the movie today.
Well then,
Yeah.
I defer.
Hours ago.
Yeah.
Of course, I was cleaning up the house for you guys.
Oh well, that's nice.
Yeah.
Very clean.
Not as thoroughly I would have liked, but
Yeah.
let's see here. The fight scenes were glorious.
Yeah. Well choreographed for sure.
Yeah, for sure. They lock. Oh yes, there's a scene where they lock Celine in a room in the mansion, and then Erica comes to her and gives her guns because she's got a thing for Craven, right?
Yes.
So she wants her to piss him off righteously so that she can step in there and be a side piece or whatever.
Oh, I think she is the side piece.
And she is
And
our-
wants to
she-
be the main
she wants to be
piece.
main
She wants to be the main piece. Anyway, after she gives her
The piece.
her guns, Celine doesn't walk out the door. She jumps out the window. So why did they have the door locked? And why didn't she just jump out the window earlier without the guns?
It's probably like the reloading. We don't see it, so she jumps out the window and turns into bats.
Oh yes, that's it.
No.
That's it. You
No,
solved
no.
you solved the thing.
Yeah. No.
I think that's all I got for this movie. I feel like I needed more. Maybe we'll get into the sequel. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Are you interested in this? Have you seen the sequel before?
I've actually seen a bunch of them because they're the type of movie that I can sit down and, like you said, you can clean, but you want to watch a, no, but I mean like okay, the first time you watch it, you're just kind of like, okay, what's going on? I want to get the story, I want to get the plot, and see all the action and whatnot. But after that, it's kind of like a, oh, okay, this is a good fun movie. I got some time to waste. I'll watch this because it's not gonna be, Academy Award material type thing. Oh boy, I hope I don't. I hope it wasn't, because then I'll be like, oh boy.
I don't think it was.
But you know what I mean? Like, but it's a fun movie. There are tons of holes in it, but if you like cheese, Swiss cheese, sometimes you would like to have it, right?
That's right.
So
It's
it becomes
kind of-
one of those things.
It's the kind of movie that you have with the sound off at a goth bar.
You go to many bars.
I'm like,
When this came out,
bar,
yes.
what's that?
Yes,
like?
okay.
When this came out, I was at a lot of goth bars. Yeah. What about you? Final take.
I've been to D Machine.
On British night.
Local salute.
Yeah.
Would you see the sequel? Have you seen the sequel?
No, I haven't seen any of them, but I'll watch them if you pick them.
If you make me.
I think that's
Yeah.
a soft no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd be upset if I had to pay for it.
Fair enough.
So
Fair enough. The
Is it on Netflix?
Right now,
There
the
you go.
first one and the last one are on Netflix.
There you go.
But there's quite a few in between.
Mm-hmm.
There's Revolutions, Awakening. There's Rise of the Lycans. There's
I get this one mixed up with the
They also do one that goes back in time.
Resident Evil movies. I can't tell them apart.
Resident Evil.
But see, I would, if we were taking movies, I'd prefer Fifth Element over Resident Evil.
Yeah, I like Fifth Element.
Yeah.
Speaking of Fifth Element and Resident Evil, Mila Jovovich, wrote a song for this movie.
Really?
Yep.
For Underworld?
Yep. She's a musician. She did a song for this movie.
Did we hear it?
It was in the movie.
It was in the movie. Okay.
We
Not if you turned it off.
Not if you were Not if you were vacuuming at the time.
Anyway, I was going through the song list because there's a few anthems in there of my past, and as Mila Jovovich, I'm like, oh my god! So yeah, she's in there. She had her mark on this movie.
Multipass.
Multipass, yeah.
Oh, good.
Be sure to check out next week, Monday at noon, what movie we're covering. We're covering
Bon Cop, Bad Cop.
Bon Cop, Bad Cop.
2.
Christian,
I believe it's deux.
why'd you pick this? No spoilers.
Because I watched the original 10 plus years ago,
Yeah.
and I never got around to watching the sequel. I'm sort of sad that I watched the sequel.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I can't wait to talk
Well, we'll
about
talk
it.
about it.
I can't wait to talk about it. I can't wait for you to join us next week, Monday at noon. Join us for the after party.
PrimaryCritical.com.
Hell yeah. Like, share, subscribe, comment, all that crap. We love it. We'll eat it up. Peace.